We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster, ooh, singing cock-a-doodle-doo. We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster. I'm finally here. Oh, I didn't see you back there. Why, hello there. Ruby here. I just pulled up to my country cabin. Would you like to come in for a spell? I would love that. Let me just grab my things and I'll see you inside. Now, where on earth is that light switch? Maybe it's over here. Oh, it's you, Charlie the cat. You scared my socks off. Let's see if the light switch is over here. Oh, you scared me, Duke the dog. Goodness gracious. I've had the spooks today. I could really use some relaxing. I think I'll just sit down right here and unwind a bit. All of these jump scares have reminded me of a story I read a long, long time ago. I have an idea. How about I tell you a story? But let me prepare you. It has a few scary moments, too. Don't you worry. I won't let a thing happen to you. Are you ready, friends? Let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack. Oh, he was a kind boy, and very brave at that. One morning, he decided he would go out and search for a pot of gold. He hadn't walked very far when he met a cat. Meow, 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 meow. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to seek a pot of gold.
Meow, 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 meow.
Sure, you can come with me. The more the merrier.
So off the two went, traveling down the pathway in search for some gold. They hadn't walked very far when out of nowhere a dog appeared, woofing.
Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to find a pot of gold. Sure, you can join us. Right, Charlie the cat?
Meow. And off they went. You know, one time I had a dog named Brutus. He was the most special dog. Do you have a pet? Interesting. Jack, the cat, and the dog were walking down the trail when suddenly, out of nowhere, a goat appeared. Where are you going?
I'm on my way to find a big pot of gold. Sure, you can join us. Right, Charlie the cat?
Meow.
Right, dog? Woof.
Sure enough, all four of them set off to find that pot of gold. I must admit it, there have been times I've tried finding pots of gold too. Oh, I've looked in cabinets and under the bed, in the basement, up in the trees, in the garden, in the... Oh, my mind is wandering. Let's get back to the story. Jack, the cat, the dog, and the goat traveled on in a line, all of them searching for a pot of gold. Oh dear, guess what popped up next? You're right. A big, scary bear.
Where are you going?
We are going to search for a pot of gold.
Sounds fun. Would you mind if me and my best friend the rooster came along?
Sure. The more the merrier.
Whoa! Lots of animals in this story. We've got Jack, Charlie the cat, a dog, and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear, and a rooster. What does he do? He sings cock-a-doodle-doo. We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster, ooh, singing cock-a-doodle-doo. We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster. It was nearly dark, and it was time to find a place to spend the night.
Look, up ahead. There's a little cabin up there. Maybe we could get some sleep there and wake up tomorrow and finally find that pot of gold. You all stay here. I'll go up and check it out.
Jack quietly looked in the window, and you would never guess what he saw. There were 3 prisoners that escaped from the local prison. That's right. They broke into this cabin when no one was home, and they were robbing the cabin owners of all the money they had saved up. This made Jack very angry. Well, Jack went over to his friends and told them to sneak up to the window and at the count of 3, let out the loudest noise to scare the robbers away.
1, 2, 3.
The loud noise scared the robbers so bad that they ran out as fast as they could without the money. Jack and his friends were able to have a good laugh, but Jack had a feeling that the bad robbers would be back sooner rather than later. So Jack came up with a plan.
Friends, let's make sure that if the escaped prisoners try to return, we will give them a scare they will never forget. Quick, Charlie the cat, you go sit in the rocking chair. Dog, get under the table. Pat the goat, hide upstairs. And Big Fat Bear, go hide in the basement. Oh, Rooster, go hide up on the roof. Hurry!
We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster, ooh, singing cock-a-doodle-doo. We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster. Sure enough, in the middle of the night, the escaped prisoners sent only 1 robber back to the cabin to finally get the money they left the night before. But was he ever in for a frightful night? He ran outside crying like a little baby.
I went back to the cabin and I went in. It was so dark. It was so dark I couldn't see a thing. I went to sit down and someone scratched me with long nails.
That was Charlie the cat.
And then I went over to the table where the money was, and a witch was under the table trying to eat me.
That was the dog.
You're not gonna believe me, but I ran upstairs and there was a big dragon. It blew out the worst breath ever. It made me fall all the way down the steps.
That was the goat. And I must admit, Pat the goat does have stinky breath.
I started to run down to the basement, and there was the biggest monster with a scream so loud the entire house shook.
You're right again. That was the bear.
To heck with the money. I wanted out of there alive. I ran outside, and there was this creature on top of the house, and he was screaming, "Cook him in the stew! Cook him in the stew!"
That was the rooster. He wasn't saying cook him in the stew. He was saying cock-a-doodle-doo. We got Jack and Charlie the cat, a dog and a goat named Pat, a big old scary brown fat bear and a rooster, ooh, singing cock-a-doodle-doo, singing cock-a-doodle-doo. Whoa! What a story! Those prisoners were caught eventually by the local authorities and are back in prison, right where they belong. As far as Jack and his friends, they decided that instead of searching for a pot of gold, they would return home together, laughing and singing and feeling good about themselves. After all, the money remained in that little cabin undisturbed, thanks to Jack and all of his good animal friends. Ruby, 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 let's join Ruby, you and me with Ruby. I have an idea. Ruby's story time.